It's Week 12 of the NFL, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Broncos, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Power Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 20. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On first down, Rodgers. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. For Charles' first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Rodgers now to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. That's caught over the middle by Fant. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
$13 yards remaining on second down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 42. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He'll buy some time right, pushing through the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run here with Balaj. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called.
We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's polished off by a Viking score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Denver. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in here by Patrick.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Rodgers again now. And he's got his man on the out route.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Williams.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. 3rd down here.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. They run it with Balaj. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Yeah, that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Balaj. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To Jefferson on the slant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Rodgers' throw into the hands of Fant. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Under pressure, they got him again. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 3 on what should be the final play of the first half. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Michael Gallup, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper into the game.
Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Outright, this one goes to Patrick.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak. Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught. Jeudy. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Come on now. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one swung out to Williams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers going to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cleveland Farrell picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash. This from 33. Myers' kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple at its 2nd down.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
2nd and 12. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Balaj. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams stays on his feet. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. Then they'll get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And we see here the productivity certainly has decreased from the start of the game, but sometimes people forget these tight ends, they can do more than just catch the football. That is so true, because now when things start to happen and you're not getting the ball as much, maybe you change your focus on the game. Maybe you become a very good decoy. Maybe you block a little bit more. But sometimes you have such a great first half, you expect it to continue to roll, and it doesn't just happen that easily in the second. Yeah, they have been able to shut him down, at least as of late. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. 2:15 remaining. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult. Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now
As you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores, you don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively. My goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? Those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.